Hello everyone and welcome to Shelby This Week. Today's top stories: construction making a splash in Shelby, garden walk, and what you need to know about West Nile. All this plus much more, but first, a fresh look is on its way to the municipal grounds. John Martin reports on a new feature that's coming soon.
It was a rain-drenched groundbreaking for the new water feature that will be constructed adjacent to the Veterans Memorial.
This is a pretty exciting a new addition that we're going to have put over here on the municipal grounds in front of the township hall, alongside of our memorial over here of all the real heroes in Shelby Township who gave their lives in different wars, and that goes all the way back before we were all born. And it's going to include a water feature where the water is going to actually kind of soften up the area of a memorial. They're going to get up there and relax, listen to the water, sit down on the benches that we're going to provide out here, and they'll be able to really concentrate maybe on a conversation, maybe on a sandwich, or they can even look at the memorial and study it more. Instead of just walking by, there's no facilities up there so that they can sit there and recognize what is really going on up there. So the water feature is going to bring them some time up there and some more freedom to do some outside type of thinking, and then just concentrating on our KIAs that we have here on the memorial engraved up there.
Right. Steve, tell us a little bit about the construction, the timetable of the construction.
We're planning on doing the actual construction of the water feature about 2 weeks from now. We'll start in on getting things done. Part of that, is going to include moving, an existing monument that's there now, and then adding a walkway off of the center portion of it, and then another seating area with benches, and then the water feature, and some landscaping. We're going to elevate the area up so that the heights are similar to what's there now, so that it all kind of plays and works together. During this whole process, it was more of, let's try to take the area, instead of having these separate things going on, bring them kind of all together so they can be enjoyed at once versus separately from one another.
Great. And how long do you think this project will take?
We're looking at probably about a week and a half construction time or less. There will be a slight pause in between the actual construction and when we start bringing the granite out to have the granite veneered onto the walls that's been built to hang the granite on, and then we'll get all the landscaping done and out of the way, and everybody will be here to enjoy it.
Once the fountain and park benches are installed, residents will have a new place to relax and contemplate the Veterans Memorial site. For Shelby This Week, this has been John Martin reporting.
Beautiful new landscape for the township. The Shelby Township Gardeners Club is hosting their annual garden walk, a chance for residents to enjoy the beautiful landscapes in Shelby Township. Here's Garden Club member Ivy Schwartz with more.
Welcome viewers from Shelby Township. This is the home of one of our garden participants, the upcoming Shelby Township Garden Walk. Please mark your calendar, July 19th, Saturday. The time is 10 to 4 p.m. Look around you. This is a beautiful array of flowers, the home of Mark Smith. He is one of our 6 residential gardens, in addition to the Heritage Gardens and the Shadbush Teaching Gardens. Make sure you stop by at Mark's home, and a very interesting note is his garage of 3 antique cars and a veritable museum of collectibles. In addition, 5 other beautiful residential gardens. How can you get these tickets? Right now at the Shelby Library and Shelby Parks and Rec. In advance, tickets are $10. The day of the event, they are available at the Heritage Gardens up to 1 p.m. and at all participating gardens. If you have any further questions, please contact me, Ivy Schwartz Publicity, 586-873-3782. We'd love to see you. This is our biannual source of fundraising. We service the community with beauty and we provide the flowers for our heritage gardens. Mark your calendar, July 19th, 6 beautiful gardens and 2 of our townships, 10 to 4. And now let's meet the homeowner, Mark Smith.
I work full-time, so this is just a hobby. Do it after hours. And the other week I was cutting the grass and it was dark, so that kind of tells you how much time I have. So I do as much as I can.
Viewers, do remember to get your advance tickets at the Shelby Parks and Rec or the Shelby Library. They are $10 the day of the event. The Shelby Garden Walk biannual event, July 19th, 2014, available at the Heritage Gardens until 1 o'clock, and then at the individual homes. The day of the event, the tickets are $12. Any additional questions, please contact me, Ivy Schwartz, publicity for the Shelby Garden Club, and here's the cell, 586-873-3782. See you there.
Evergreen borders, perennials, arbors, and pergolas. Enjoy the beautiful garden walk. Pesky mosquitoes are out, biting their way through outdoor events, hikes, pool parties, bonfires. But what about the serious West Nile virus? Katie Shimatero reports.
We all get them. They're itchy, irritating red bumps. But how do you know if you simply have a mosquito bite or potentially something far more dangerous? The West Nile disease is caused by a virus that can be transmitted to people through the bite of a mosquito. If an infected mosquito bites you, an infection may occur between 3 to 14 days. But what makes this virus so deadly is that in most cases, people show 0 symptoms.
About 80% of people who are infected with the virus, they'll have no symptoms at all. And about 20% of people will have mild symptoms, which may be a headache, a fever, just not feeling well. About 1% of people who acquire the infection will actually develop a very severe form of illness called meningitis or encephalitis, in which case they become significantly ill, may require hospitalization, and about 8 to 10% of these cases are actually fatal. So it can be a severe disease, but in the vast majority of people it is not.
If contracted, the West Nile virus can be deadly, but the chances of catching the virus are low. However, research has found that the West Nile virus is more prevalent in urban areas such as southwest Detroit. But do people really understand this virus?
I know that it's very dangerous, and that can be very debilitating for a lot of people, West Nile virus. And I don't really know if the bug spray prevents it or not, but I know it can be very debilitating.
I haven't really heard of anybody really having issues with it in this area. Unless they're really biting hard, like maybe the flies or something that, or maybe late at night, and I don't have any protective clothing on, then I will maybe use a little bug spray, but normally we don't.
And that's the real issue. People hear the word virus and know that it's something they want to avoid, but do not always know the proper measures to take. In 2013, there was over 200 reported cases of the West Nile virus in Michigan alone, and nearly 20 deaths. And bug spray is one of the best preventatives against mosquito bites.
Sometimes I think it does work. It depends on the bug spray itself. So I think some bug sprays work, I think others don't.
She's right. Some bug sprays are better than others. It's important to find a bug spray that contains at least 30% DEET. DEET is an oily, colorless chemical that is used as an insect repellent. If you are going to be outside during peak mosquito hours, either very early in the morning or around dusk, wear long-sleeve shirts and pants and apply bug spray. You can also prevent the amount of mosquitoes around your home by purchasing a mosquito repellent spray for your yard. And always remove standing water from areas such as drains and bird baths. Reporting for Shelby This Week, I'm Katie Shimatero.
Don't forget to wear that DEET. Everyone wants an enjoyable vacation, but what happens when you come home to a nightmare? Stacy Sansatera spoke with officials on leaving your home for extended periods of time.
Hot town, summer in the city, back of my neck getting dirt and gritty.
As families head out for summer vacation, there are many things to keep in mind in addition to planning the vacation destination. Making sure your home is secure when gone is very important. Captain Stephen Stanberry offers some basic tips.
Well, of course, please lock all your doors, lock all your windows, leave lights on timers in different rooms of the house so it does appear as though you're home. You can notify the police department that you're going to be away on vacation, so we can keep an eye on your home, and also alert your neighbors that you're going to be away. Stop your mail, your newspaper, or at least have it taken in, so you don't have several editions of the newspaper laying on your driveway to tip people off that you're out of town.
Make your house look like someone is home. This is the most important point to consider. And yes, let someone else be your eyes and ears.
Just contact the police department. You can speak to a dispatcher, and they can fill out a form that will state you're going to be on vacation. It'll include the dates that you're going to be gone, and you can let us know if there are any people that are going to be coming by your home to check on it, if there are any cars that should be in the driveway. And then as the officers patrol their areas, they would come by and take a look at the home periodically throughout their shift.
Some simple tips, as well as some basic common sense, can go a long way in making your arrival home after a fabulous vacation just a little bit more easy to accept. For Shelby This Week, I'm Stacy Sansatera.
Another tip from police: don't promote your vacation on social media. Posting pictures from your vacation spots on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram is an invitation telling people you are not home. Coming up, missing swimmers found, a pipeline project, and college options. Stay tuned.
Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. Go to discovertheforest.org.
This is so cool, Dad. This is so cool, Dad.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of siblings in foster care who'll take you just as you are.
It's been a busy summer for rescuers. 2 men drowned at 2 different locations. It all happened Monday, July 7th. The first location, Lake St. Clair. Julian Martinez, 33, from Shelby Township, jumped off a boat after trying to help a woman back on the vessel and never resurfaced. A search went on at Lake St. Clair. The Shelby Township man was found 3 days later in 10 feet of water. Another search at Stony Creek Metro Park. Glenn Hollenbach, a 45-year-old Hazel Park man, was swimming with his nephew at Bay Point Beach. Officials say he went underwater and never resurfaced. Family members called 911. Rescuers were there in minutes, shutting the beach down. Hollenbach was found about 12 hours later by the dive team. This is the second drowning at Stony Creek this summer. There was a drowning June 2nd. 21-year-old Malcolm Fairley went underwater and never came up. Both drownings at Stony Creek happened at Bay Point Beach. A natural gas pipeline plan has Michigan residents bracing for disruption, and township residents know the interference all too well. Over the past year, residents endured torn up yards and disrupted lives from Sunoco pipeline coming through the township, from Sarnia down to the River Rouge and into Ohio. The pipeline went straight through Shelby's backyards, under fences, sprinkler systems, and even garages. This new pipeline project is under the ET Rover pipeline, a part of Energy Transfer Partners. A proposed project for natural gas to pass through Michigan on its way to Ontario. Officials say the project will go through Fenton, Chelsea, and Richmond. The project is expected to transport 3 billion cubic feet of gas per day. A group contacted township officials recently, the Freedom from Religion Foundation, after a concerned resident notified them about the standard oath of Shelby Township. Public officials recently added the words, "So help me God," as an option to say when officers are being sworn in. This isn't the first time the Freedom from Religion Foundation has contacted Shelby. Previously, they've contacted the township via email regarding invocations before board meetings. Supervisor Rick Stathakis addresses this issue.
We're not here to offend anyone. We're just here to say that, look, you know, this country was founded on Christian values, and we should have the right to do an invocation before every board meeting. After all, we're asking God for His guidance. That's all we're doing. So we're not forcing anything on anyone. In fact, Mr. Groats, so help me God, that he's actually added to the oath, again, is strictly on a volunteer basis. It's not something you have to say, but if a person wants to, they can.
This group has contacted other municipalities in the Metro Detroit area in the past, including Warren. The group is based out of Wisconsin. The U.S. Supreme Court held that neither a state nor the federal government can constitutionally force a person to profess a belief or disbelief in any region. Updates in the police department. The department reduced their fleet by 2 vehicles. Captain Stephen Stanberry tells us more.
We are removing 6 vehicles from the fleet that are high mileage and causing us higher repair bills, and we're going to replace that with 4 other vehicles, 2 of which are Ford Tauruses that we have purchased through the state bid and will be for our detective or administrative personnel use.
The lifespan of a patrol car is about 3 years on the road, 125,000 miles. When it needs to be replaced, it's usually due to repairs. Chevy Tahoes have been purchased recently for their durability. Fleet vehicles are very important for the safety of the officers and for the safety of our residents. A young man accused of robbing a bank did the unthinkable after 18-year-old Michael Salami of Washington Township allegedly held up Talmer Bank and Trust on Main Street in downtown Mount Clemens. He immediately went to a nearby car dealership and purchased a vehicle cash. It happened around 4 p.m. July 3rd. This isn't the first run-in with the law for Salami. The 18-year-old has a long rap sheet. Police found Salami in a nearby hotel in downtown Mount Clemens with cash from the bank robbery. Along with his family, officials say Salami is a very troubled young man. He is being held in the Macomb County Jail on a $100,000 bond. Kids Day returns to Riverbend's Park. Celebrate summer for free with your family on Wednesday, July 23rd at Riverbend's Park. The Parks and Rec Department is hosting the Kids Day, featuring games with prizes, bounce houses, a climbing wall, and more. Starting time is 6:30. The Eastside Derby girls will also be there, showing off their skills in sport of roller derby. Bring your lawn chair and blankets for the free family fun flick, showing the movie Despicable Me. Riverbend's Park is located at 5700 22 Mile Road. A local cancer foundation is seeking patients for a sample camp day. The Cassie Hines Shoes Cancer Foundation is looking for interested young adults to attend this year's sample camp. Cassie was a young woman from the area who lost her battle to cancer. Her parents started the Cassie Hines Foundation to help change the lives of children with cancer. If you want more information about the camp, contact the foundation at 586-419-7004. And another event going on in Cassie Hines' honor. A newly remodeled 1969 convertible Camaro is up for auction to raise money for the foundation. Tickets are going for $25 and you can win the Camaro. Go to CassieHinesShoeCancer.org for more information. Local students searching for choices after high school graduation. Sarah Shunk reports options that you may not know about.
Recent high school graduates have more choices than ever when it comes to post-secondary education. But for those who don't have the time, money, or patience to get a bachelor's degree, there are many two-year options available. Joseph Petrosky of Macomb Community College says with the recent uptick in the economy, more jobs requiring just a few semesters of school are opening up in the Metro Detroit area.
It's turned around completely over the last 2 years. The demand for skilled trades individuals, the interest in apprenticeships, companies rediscovering apprenticeships, and hopefully more students coming back around to seeing the good careers that are there for apprenticeships, or what we call employee in training.
And one of the career pathways can be completed in just 2 semesters.
You can come in and get a basic welding certificate. That's only about 21 credits, so you could do that in 2 terms. You can get an advanced welding certificate to stack on top of that. You could go all the way to an Associate of Applied Science in a welding concentration. It's a very modular approach. It's very career-oriented. It's laddered like a step ladder. So it can get you just enough that you need in order to get a job. And then if you want to go further, you can continue to go further.
Petrosky says the medical profession is still a strong area for employment. Those looking to get into the field aren't just limited to nursing. Surgical technicians, respiratory therapists, and physical therapy assistants are hot fields requiring only 2 years to complete. But before entering the programs, students are advised to have a discussion with an advisor.
I encourage all the students really to come in and talk to an advisor, talk to a counselor. Coming into a community college like Macomb, it's kind of like walking into a good library. There's so many resources in it. And you may walk in the library and say, I'm just interested in the magazines over here. But you talk to a librarian at the library and suddenly you find all these other things that are available that I had no idea. Well, often a college is like that. And often a college might be intimidating to the student coming in. We're not. You'll find a lot of other people that are in your same circumstances, and when you talk to a counselor and advisor, they can give you that advice. Check this out. Look at that. We've got career interest inventories, so you can help kind of determine, well, what do I want to do with my life? Which area do I want to go into? And help explore which classes are good to help ferret that out.
For more information on Macomb's certification and 2-year degree programs, check them out on the web at macomb.edu. For Shelby This Week, I'm Sarah Shunk.
Good options for graduates. Utica Community Schools has a new member on their school board. Danielle Nasovsky is the newest addition to the board, filling the vacant trustee position. Nasovsky has 3 children in the UCS district. She is a data analyst at a health firm. Nasovsky replaces Daniel Myers, who stepped down from the board earlier this month. Danielle says she is honored to be selected to serve her community. An Eisenhower coach will be filling some new gym shoes. Kevin Donahue has been named the new athletic director for Eisenhower High School. He takes the place of Chris Korteg, who recently announced his retirement after 10 years as athletic director and 38 years as a Utica Community Schools teacher. Kevin Donahue is a teacher at Ike and recently runs the Itty Bitty basketball camp during summer months. Congrats to Kevin Donahue. In health news, a vitamin we all know turns out to have amazing disease-fighting powers and could even add years to your life. New studies suggest that vitamin C could be a natural way to fight off cardiovascular disease, heart attacks, and strokes. The amazing vitamin C also shows that when taken, people live longer and it lowers cancer risk. Plus, it helps with osteoporosis, fights superbugs, and may even protect against Alzheimer's. So remember your vitamin C. It might save your life. Up next, music to your ears. A live concert was held at the Shelby Township Band Shell recently. The band Digital Vinyl entertained the crowd with popular songs like Jesse's Girl, Pharrell's Happy, Lady Gaga, and more. We captured some moments of the concert and have them for you now. We'll close out Shelby this week with music from the Digital Vinyl concert in Shelby Township. Thanks for watching.
You remember 21st night of September, love was changing the minds of pretenders, while chasing the clouds away. 100 in the keys that our souls were singing as we danced through the night. Remember